As you may remember from this week's 90-day Fiance recap, Leida Margaretha made her worst impression yet upon viewers. Her disregard for Eric's family struck such a nerve that some inexcusable trolls bombarded her social media with graphic death threats. Struggling through tears, Leida lashes out at the people who have threatened the life of her, Eric, and her 5-year-old son. Leida Margaretha and Eric Rosenbrook released a very dramatic video on Instagram in response to death threats that they have received. We have included that video for you to watch. Though Eric appears to be calmly dissociating or perhaps watching television in the background, Leida is in tears and clearly distraught. "We put our lives in danger. We put our lives on the front lines," Leida laments. "This is not fair," she continues. "This is not worth it at all. We are never gonna do this again. I swear to God," Leida vows. "Once the contract is done, we will reveal everything that they never showed you on the show. How can people wish me to die?" Leida asks through tears. "This is not fair," she exclaims, growing increasingly distraught as the video goes on. "I am a human too," she reminds 90-day Fiancé viewers. "And when I signed up for this," Leida wails. "I didn't know. We didn't know they're going to portray us that bad." Eric chimes in, and TLC's not going to do anything about it, of course. Leida also wrote out a message sharing her frustrations. "No, we won't be on the next season," Leida writes. Sharp doesn't care about the death threats. "We will deal everything on our own. Death threats are not acceptable under any circumstances," Leida affirms. "No reality star's drama has ever warranted death threats, folks. If I made those death threats by myself, I wouldn't let the authorities involved," she says, referring to theories that she is fabricating the threats for attention. "Whoever says, 'Boo-hoo Leida, this is on you. Thank you so much,'" she writes. And, she continues, "I pray you will never experience the same way like I have. My son doesn't deserve to be killed or kidnapped," Leida points out. "I keep it real. I never lie," she says. "I value honesty and I hope it will help me at the court later." Eric Rosenbrook. Eric also wrote on Instagram. "I get why many of you hate on us so much that feel the need to contact us and spew your hate," he says. "But for the love of God, leave her son alone." Eric implores the couple's haters. Eric points out, he doesn't deserve any of this from any of you. He's right. Whatever you think of Leida and Eric, Leida's 5-year-old son has done nothing wrong. But also, just don't send death threats. Radar Online spoke to the police, who confirmed that they had been in contact with Eric and Leida about the death threats. An officer was dispatched because Leida received threatening messages through social media, Chief of Police Mark Schaff reports. The officer gave them advice, Schaff shares, and counseled them on what they could do to ensure their safety. Police do not offer round-the-clock protection as if they were bodyguards, even to people who have received death threats. There just aren't enough police officers to give everyone a bodyguard. Schaff explains, they asked for police presence because of their profile on 90-Day Fiancé. No matter what you think of Leida as a girlfriend or even a human being, don't send her or anyone else any death threats.